What's going on YouTube? I wanted to make this video to show you how much training points that you can get on day one of Ultimate Team before playing a single game. Then how much you can make off of the nats that we know about from the solos, how they value the cards for training, and a few other little things here and there. One thing that I noticed is that Antonio Brown, he quick sells for 800 training points in the videos that you'll see on YouTube. But on Mutthead, he's 1600 at 89 overall. Same thing for Odell Beckham, he's 1600. At 89 overall, which I originally thought it was because he was harder to get since Antonio Brown's free, but I think that's because he's a nat card, which also will mean that team diamonds are tradable, and based off of a game changer video, someone mentioned that they were not, but because of the quick sell price, I believe that team diamonds actually are tradable. Same goes for rookie premiers. In the videos, you'll see that they're 15 each, but on Mutthead, they're 30 each. So with that, I'm going to assume that the loyalty players we get that are 83 overall, you'll get 100 each for them because they're nats. And the original card is 200 on Mutthead, as you can see up there. If you did loyalty tokens, you'll get 2 free elites. And let's just say you get the lowest ones possible, you'll end up with 200 training points. And then there's another way to get 250 minimum without playing a game, and that's the Wheel of Training. You get between 50 and 500 training per pack, and the lowest one is 50. As I said, and you get 5, you can do 5 of those, which at minimum will give you 250 training. And then the last free bonus is the 350 you get from the Hall of Fame, which you start off with from skipping the 10 levels or whatever. So let's say with the free cards, Antonio Brown, 3 loyalties, the 2 free elites, and the 5 wheels of training, the minimum that you can start off with without playing a single game would be 1900 training points. Now, I know some of you will say, I'm not selling Brown and all these free elites, and that's fine. But what I would suggest doing is not getting wrapped around Brown being the 89 or any of these other free elites, because they're still free cards. And I think that everybody should build their team around the actual scheme, not just because it's overall. For me personally, I don't like or want to have a slow wide receiver that is also short when I can get a bigger slow wide receiver and use him, to the same way that I would have to use Brown, or at least for my scheme. So I'm going to use the coins to actually buy a player that I would want for that type of position that you'd have to use Brown for, and I'd have those training points saved up. Now, after grinding some solos, you get a campaign and Gauntlet cards, which are both 388 training points at 87 overall. There's a video that has Lane Johnson at 87 overall, who sells for 775, which half of that is 387.5. So the nats, again, are going for half the cost at the same overall as these tradable cards, which, again, will make me believe that all golds are going to go for 30 each. With that being the case, I don't think it's going to be hard to stack up on training points. Looking at Mutthead, it looks as though you can end Longshot also with at least 8 cards, all of which sell for 100 each. I only say 8 because I'm not sure if you get several different versions of Devin and Cruz, or if they level up those same cards, or however it is. But I would expect you walk away from Longshot with at least 800 training points with all of these cards that they have up there that are different. So say you sell the campaign and Gauntlet player along with this 800 from Longshot, that will give you another 1500 training points, meaning you can have 3400 training points. And that's not counting whatever you get from training packs leveling up throughout these solos. A big tip or suggestion, though, that I have is before you go and power up somebody for a serious level like a legend, or especially your captain, is to wait until you reach level 29 or somebody else does and releases the content. Because at level 29, you get a training pass. And what we don't know yet is how much the training pass is going to allow you to skip. A Game Informer did a blog, and the example was 68 to 80. But what if the case is you're allowed to skip any tier that you choose for free? The team captain is 600 training points at the last tier, so that could possibly save you a lot if you use that pass on them, versus if you go ahead and you spend that and then you want to try to refund it or something. With the training points portion wrapped up, I wanted to touch base on this news that YouTuber and game changer Popular Stranger put out earlier today. He confirmed that Twitch Prime drops and Legends are coming back. He also confirmed that Weekend League is going to be on Thursdays and it's going to stay at 25 games, which I think is huge news. I'm not sure if they did this at the end of last year or not, but he mentioned something about that. And the last thing will be about these bonus quick sell cards. So as you can see up here, there's a picture, there's a stack of coins on this card, and these are going to be like rare pulls or whatever, and the card is going to stay at that value, and it goes by overall. He mentioned on Twitter that there's an Antonio Brown that quick sells for 500k, which means when Antonio Brown eventually goes lower, if his original card is, you know, above this 500k, it's going to eventually drop in the auction house, but this card is going to keep that 500k quick sell. So no matter what, that card's going to always be worth 500k. So when you're tired of him, instead of auctioning him when he just dropped price, you can just quick sell him for 500k, which is pretty dope. That's all I got, YouTube. EA Access is almost amongst us, and I'm ready to start streaming some salary cap games and making content that I'm actually, you know, into or proficient in. My next video will be a lineup that I've built during the end of the 10 hours of EA Access to show you guys what can be done if you follow the way that I'm going to do these training points and solos. If I start getting some interest in my channel, I may buy whatever the highest bundle is and pull cards for you guys to see how good or shitty these packs are. So if anybody's interested in that, just drop a comment and, you know, I'll look at that and decide upon if I'm going to do it or not. Follow me on Twitch to catch my streams. Link is in the description. And of course, if you like this video, like, comment, or subscribe.